So I'm just gonna make a quick little video. These are some fragrances that Rose from Rose Ayala Perfume Addict sent me over. I really appreciate it, Rose. Thank you. You're saving me from blind buying some of these fragrances. Probably saving me a lot of money. I'm just gonna quickly smell a few and tell you guys what I think. I'm not gonna get in depth. I'm not going to get too much into it. I'm just gonna record my reactions and let's just see how it goes. She sent me a lot of perfumes that were on my wish list. In fact, that's why I haven't had a chance to do this video, because she sent me too many. Like, I need a long time. So I'm just gonna try to be fast. But thank you so much, Rose. Let's just get into them. So first I'm gonna smell, I think it's L'Extase by Nina Ricci. This is one that I've been so close to blind buying, but I haven't. I'm so glad though that I got a sample of it. This is amazing. Oh my gosh. So far I love it. Oh my gosh, it smells like, damn it. I'm actually not happy I love it, because maybe this was a terrible idea. Now I feel like I need this. You know I'm about to be browsing at night right now when I go to sleep. Ah, this smells so good. This is weird because like in the wafts it smells super good, but if I sniff it up close, there's something kind of gross in there. But I love it. Not the gross part, but the good part. Okay, but if I get too close, it kind of smells like poop. What the hell is going on? Let's do a do-over, right? Or should I spray it on my skin? Shit, this smells good. This is like spicy, rosy, florally. Oh, it's so spicy. I love it. No, this is a good one. Shit. Seriously, like, I really want this now. It smells like spicy roses. It's also a little bit powdery. It's like powdery and spicy, which is kind of like contrasting. Juxtaposition. Yeah, I'm not gonna try to say that word again. No. Okay, so that smells like slightly powdery, spicy flowers, maybe roses. It smells like very feminine. It smells like something from the 90s, but classy, beautiful. I really want that one. That's going on my wish list. I really want that. I'm afraid because I'm gonna want these. This is called L'Extase. So if I'm not wrong, I believe this is the one in the blue bottle, and I think maybe the other one was in the black bottle. But either way, I'll post a picture. This is so nice. I don't even talk like that. This is so nice. Where did that even come from? This is so lovely. This is like the ultimate clean girl perfume that's not perfume. Like you just smell good and clean and fresh. It's like shampoo-y good. We definitely have a problem here. This is why I've been procrastinating making this video. One of the many reasons why I've been procrastinating. This is very beautiful. I feel like I've smelled something like this before, but this is freaking beautiful. This is such an easygoing, light, easy reach kind of fragrance. But still very nice. It's not boring. It's fresh and good. And also feminine. Okay, that's also going on my wish list. This is Idol's Aura. So that's the one that's by Lancome. That's the one that has, I believe, an added vanilla and salt notes. No, for reals, this is a bad time to do this. I think I'm like in way too good of a mood. I want to be in like a bitchy, picky mood when I smell these, because I want to have my standards like way up here. Because I'm afraid to like a lot of things. This is a beautiful shampoo-y rose scent. This is so lovely as well. Damn it. Why is this video so negative if I'm in a good mood? Yum, I want this. I really want this. This is a shampoo-y rose vanilla. I think this Aura one might be better than the regular one. Maybe it's just a little bit more summery. That shit's freaking good. Oh my gosh. Also going on my wish list. Scandal à Paris. Oh, these Scandal ones. I just know these are going to be good, so I'm also afraid. It smells like Scandal, but with juice. With apple juice. Wait. I swear everyone keeps getting better than the last. What the hell? There's something intoxicating in here. It's one of those like slightly one of those scents that to me, like they almost smell bad, but they don't. They actually smell amazing. It's like a basic perfume is here, and then they get better and better and better. And then right when they're like so good, after that they go down because they literally smell bad. But the best perfumes are like right before they smell bad. To me, that's just ah, Scandal à Paris smells good. Oh, this is gonna be so amazing in the winter. This smells like something else though too, but okay. So each one, like I said, is getting better than the last. That's definitely not good. This is Kenzo Amore. Now, actually, this is actually the only one that I've smelled, and I didn't like it. It smelled very, very powdery, and a lot like, it smelled a lot like this Curve Crush. But this is when I didn't smell this. Like, I didn't compare them side by side or anything. Just when I smelled Kenzo Amore, it just reminded me of this one. It just gave me the vibes of this one. So I haven't smelled them side by side or anything, so don't take my word on that. But that's the vibe that I got. This one almost had a more like weird synthetic vibe, and Kenzo Amore didn't. But it sort of let me down because I was expecting something completely different. And it's not something I dislike, it's just a bit too powdery and like tonic and like creamy that it's not my vibe at the moment. It does remind me a lot of that one though, like a lot. I'll have to do maybe like a side-by-side comparison. It's so weird because I didn't even see it in the, this fragrance reminds me of Fragrantica, so maybe I'm just tripping. This smells like a powdery diaper, not a poop diaper, just like a powdery baby diaper. I don't dislike it, it's just not something that I'm like wanting to run out and get. So that's interesting and good. And you know, that was like on my top perfumes that I was like about to blind buy, so I'm very glad that I didn't. Scandal by Night. I just know I'm gonna probably like all these scandals because I love a scandal, I guess. Does anybody else have like gossipy people in their life? Because I do, like a lot, like bad. I mean, it's bad, but also, I mean, I'm basically a celebrity, I guess, to these people because they spend their life talking about me and gossiping about me and just making all these crazy ideas up. Like, I'm always finding out new things about myself that I never knew. I've been places I never knew I've been to. Like, I'm sort of living vicariously through this imaginary person that these people perceive me to be. So she's way more fun, and she's definitely a villain, like definitely a villain. Now I'm over here like all depressed and extremely empathetic and don't leave my house. But this like gossip version that they created of me is definitely like the antagonist in a lot of people's lives. I don't know her, but maybe one day I will. You know, one day they'll just push me and they'll just push me to the point where I will just be the fucking villain. I'm like, you know what? Is this what you want from me? You want me to be the villain? F you, but like, sorry. You want to... Never mind. I could never be the villain. Because I understand everybody. Like, I'm like, oh, they just gossip about me because they don't know better. They must have a lot of other stuff going on in their life. They must be projecting all these things on me. They must have had a rough childhood. I'm over here making excuses for all the people that are crappy in my life. Why am I telling you guys this? I have no idea. Let's move on. Anyways, yeah, because there's scandals about me all the time. So that's why I'm famous. It's because I moved to a small ass town, but yeah. This one's good, but this one smells like a typical Scandal. What was this? Scandal by Night. Although I really, really loved Scandal by Night, there's already a lot of things that are very similar to this. It almost gives me a little bit of like Girl of Now vibes, the regular Scandal. So it's interesting, but I don't think it's groundbreaking. It's maybe a little more floral, maybe a little bit deeper, more seductive. Very, very beautiful though. I couldn't finish filming that day, so I had to change it for another day. But I really want to smell the rest of these samples. My nose isn't even doing great. I have a little bit of allergies, so hopefully I can still do the smelling of these justice. But so far in that video, I was really, really liking them to the point that I was annoyed with how much I was liking them because I was afraid that I was gonna buy some of those. And to be honest, I already did. Okay, so let's just do the rest of these really quick. Next I have Womanity by Mugler. This is one that I've been so curious to buy. I almost blind bought it a few times, but I hear a lot of people have an issue with a fishy note, so that's the only thing that always held me back. I was afraid that it was gonna just be something that I didn't like. Anyway, so I'm really excited to try this one. I believe this fragrance is known for having a bit of fig in it, if I'm not mistaken, and because I smell something that smells almost like fig jam. And I've been looking for something that smells like a very ripe fig, because a lot of the fragrances that I have encountered that have fig in it is too green for me. This one is sweet. It's like a sweet fig. Fruity. It's actually pretty good. This reminds me of something else that I have like kind of been struggling with. This is very good, but it's just not 100% for me, which is fine. I feel like I would really enjoy this. If I had this, if I was gifted this, I would wear it, but I don't want to go out and buy it. And you know, the fragrance that it reminds me of, like, it could be my nose that it's kind of off because of allergies, but it reminds me of La Belle Le Parfum or something like that. It gives me vibes of that, but the other one's like more jammy pear. This one's like more jammy fig. I love this. I love this. I just don't think that this is something that I would purchase. I feel like it would play with my heart too much. Like some days it'd be good and some days it wouldn't. I almost love it. There's something in it that's so good, it like almost intoxicatingly good. But there's something in it that's a little bit off-putting. Just a tiny bit. I mean, that doesn't deter me usually from fragrances either way, but I feel like if I had this, I would wear the heck out of it, but for now, I'm not gonna buy it. Next, I'm going to try Soleil Crystal. Soleil Crystal, and I asked for these samples. Like, these are the ones that I wanted to test. Most of them are ones that I wanted to test. Again, it could be my nose, but this actually reminds me of Jimmy Choo fragrances in that it has this weird patchouli that I don't like. Oh, it smells bright and fresh, but then there's this something that smells a little tiny bit like a creamy acetone. Like, that's the best way I can describe it. I've smelled it in a few fragrances. I believe it's the patchouli, and I just can't do it. So that's really good to know. You know what this smells like? This smells like Olympia Legend by Paco Rabanne. That's what I'm getting. I'll have to go see if other people think that as well. Or my nose is just broken right now. That's what it reminds me of, Olympia Legend. This is a little bit brighter, where the other one's a little bit thicker and jammier, but still like similar undertones. So that's good. Not something I would buy. There's something in there that I don't like, so it's good to know though. The mood that I said that I wanted to be in my last recording, that's the mood that I'm in right now. I'm like in a picky kind of bitchy mood, so I'm very glad that I'm feeling like my standards are really high right now, and I'm not loving everything. That's a good thing. Next is Rare Tiffany by Afnan, and I believe I already smelled this and I didn't think I liked it. And again, I'm actually very happy when I don't like some of these. I'm very happy about it. This smells a little bit screechy, like it was going for something good, but it just wasn't well executed, or it's done with very cheap ingredients. And that's what I was wondering about this fragrance, because a lot of people like it and some people don't. It smells very natural, actually. I've smelled a plant that smells just like this. It smells like a plant. I can't recall what plant it is exactly, but it smells like a plant in an earthy plant way. And although I kind of like, I like the way that plants smell, like flowers, certain flowers, not too much. It's not something for me. Geez, now I feel bad that these are all negative. I really appreciate getting the samples. I'm sorry. Yeah, this smells like something that's outdoors. What plant is this? I'll have to figure it out, but it smells very natural, like something outdoorsy. Not something I would purchase. Thank God, because I was about to blind buy this one too. A lot of people really like this, and I'm sure it's nice for you. It's just not for me. Next is Oud Orange Imperial, which I believe is a dupe for Fragrance Tuberose. I'll put up what this fragrance is. Oud Orange Imperial. Oh my goodness, this is weird. But also not bad, not bad. I didn't even think I liked oud. This is an earthy orangey. Very, very like clean, earthy orangey. I don't think my nose is fully there. Seriously, I don't feel like I'm picking up all of its essence. I'm getting like earthy, almost fermenting orange. This is so interesting. It's actually pretty good. I feel like I would wear this. I don't think I'd go and seek it out, but I would wear that. So I like that one. JLo Live. I always see this, and this is on my wish list, so I wanted to try it. And this smells fresh, shampoo-y, clean. This is an easy to love fragrance. It's like sparkling fresh. Easy to love, but not something that I need. Although I really like it, not something I absolutely need. I have to keep telling myself that I don't need it every time that I encounter it at Ross for like $20 and I really want to get it. I don't need it. Next is So Scandal by Jean Paul Gaultier. Oh, these scare me because I know I'm gonna like these because I love all the scandals. I love all the candles I've smelled. I love all the scandals I've smelled. And right now from the whiff, I'm getting some Tuberose, so it's probably a good thing because I don't think I'm a fan of Tuberose, so that means that maybe I won't want it. It's a lot of bubblegum Tuberose. I actually don't like it, so I'm very glad because of that strong Tuberose. That's what I'm picking up. I'll tell you guys if it even really does have Tuberose, but nope. Can't do the Tuberose, thank goodness. Okay, so I'm really glad I don't like this, but I don't want to keep smelling it because I feel like I could like it, so I'm not gonna do that to myself. It's just not for me. It's a bit too mature for myself. To me, Tuberose smells very mature. There's other very mature notes that I really like though, like orange blossom and patchouli. And some people just can't do those. So I'll leave you guys to have your Tuberose and I'll keep my patchouli and orange blossom. It's like almost good. It's just not something I could see myself wearing, you know? Next is Narciso Rodriguez Poudre. I've been very curious about this, mostly because I've always wanted to like a Narciso Rodriguez one, and the ones I've smelled I haven't really liked. They're too musky for me. And this is too powdery and musky for me, so there's something like at the bottom in there, there's something in there that's so delicious, like it could be intoxicatingly delicious. But thankfully the musk and the I like lying to myself because so far the smells pretty good. There's something there that I don't like as much, but it gets better and better. It's actually really good. I thought I had smelled this before. Like I think I smelled this sample and I didn't really care for it. It smells pretty good. This is very unique. Like if I added something like this to my collection, it would be unique because I have nothing that smells like this. It smells like a very clean, soft woman. I almost think I'm not soft enough to wear this, you know? I don't identify it with this perfume. Maybe that's why I identify with patchouli, because patchouli is almost like pungent and strong. I feel like patchouli is assertive, potent, and not subtle. And this fragrance is not assertive at all. What's the opposite of assertive? Submissive? This fragrance almost smells submissive and soft and unassuming. And although that's what I like about it, I just don't identify with it. I really like it though. This is really nice. That's interesting. I'll definitely have to come back to that. I feel like it's something that I could potentially wear on occasion. I have the last one. Ooh, which is a very exciting one because I've actually been really wanting to smell this. I've been wanting to smell most of these. Marc Jacobs Decadence. I have been like on the verge of ordering a sample of this, but I hate ordering samples. I just feel like it's such a waste. It just doesn't seem like it's worth it. Like the money doesn't seem like it's worth it for the little vial. So I'm so very thankful and glad that Rose sent me Marc Jacobs Decadence. I'm getting like a lot of green, aromatic. It's just green vanilla, like very green. There's a sweetness in there that's so good. And it's very like contrasting to the greenness, but in a good way. They complement each other so well. You know, when I think of the bottle of Decadence, this scent to me doesn't match the bottle. I mean, it matches the fact that it's green, but it doesn't match the fact that it's a purse. It's class and culture somehow. It's like classy and cultured. Literally, it smells cultured. Isn't that weird? Like culture, like somebody who just knows different cultures and is aware of their place on the earth, and is aware of their place in the earth and is a genuinely good person. That's what this smells like. I'm so weird, huh? Why do you guys even come here? I want it, and of course it's discontinued, and I'm not gonna pay crazy money for it, so sucks for me. I'll have to find a dupe. I know that Floral Street something vanilla is a dupe for it, and I've smelled that one, and I think this one's still better though. I'm gonna have to smell this when I don't have any allergies, but so far it's so freaking good. Oh my gosh. Well, there's that. First impressions are weird because I changed my mind drastically from my first impressions usually, so they don't really, first impressions are weird, you know? I can love a fragrance in my first impression and then literally dislike it 2-3 smells later. I can dislike a fragrance and then love it a little bit down the line, which is what usually happens. So there you go. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Thank you, Rose, for sending me these fragrances. I'll see you guys in my next video. It smells like slightly powdery, spicy roses. Somebody flushed the bathroom upstairs. Great. Oh shit, I think I got some in my eye. Whew.